Welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are making a recipe for royal icing. It's not difficult at all, and it is the most popular frosting to frost sugar cookies, for example, and it is also very often used as a glue kind of an agent. The reason being is that royal icing dries hard. It becomes completely hard on the outside, has a crust on the outside, and it acts like a glue once it's dry. However, you can also shape it still and make little flowers out of it, things like that. So it's very useful. The only negative about it, I would say, is that it's not particularly well known for its taste. So it's not one that I would use to frost a cake, for example, plus the fact that it would be hard on the outside. But it is very useful in other ways. So it's a good one to know how to make. So let's get started.
There are really only 3 ingredients. 2 egg whites. You can also use pasteurized egg whites out of a carton. Half a teaspoon of cream of tartar to stabilize the egg whites, or 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. 3 to 4 cups or 350 to 500 grams of powdered sugar, depending on the desired thickness of the icing. Add a few drops of water if needed. First, separate your eggs. We only want the egg whites. If you need help learning how to separate eggs, see my tutorial in the card. Now I'm using a mixer here, but you absolutely don't need one. You can use a whisk. Just beat the egg whites until frothy. Now add the first quarter or a third of the powdered sugar, or about a cup. Next, add the cream of tartar. See the card for substitutions for the cream of tartar if you can't find any. It's just there to stabilize the egg whites a bit. Add the next cup of powdered sugar. As you can see, it's still really thin. At this point, I'm going to stop using the mixer because I need to gauge the thickness. Next cup of powdered sugar. Here you can see that the icing sits on the surface for a few seconds before melting into the hole. See that? Royal icing is measured by how many seconds it takes to melt back into the hole. Here we're trying for flooding royal icing, so we need 3 to 5 second royal icing. This is about 1 second royal icing, so I add just a bit more powdered sugar. Now it's about 4 second royal icing. This is perfect for flooding, which is what they call it when you pipe icing onto a cookie to cover the surface and create a smooth surface. One, 2, 3, 4. Now we can separate the icing into 2 bowls and color it. We're frosting cookies for my 6-year-old's Harry Potter themed birthday, which she wants pretty girly, so we are doing pink and purple. You don't need much food coloring for royal icing, so gel food coloring shouldn't thin down the icing much. But if it does, you can add a bit more powdered sugar. Next, place your flooding royal icing into piping bags. No tips necessary. If you don't have piping bags, try Ziploc bags. They should work just as well. And snip the tiniest tip off of the end of your piping bag. The smaller your tip, the easier it will be to control where the icing goes. Begin with the outline of your area. And then fill it in with the color you want. If there are any holes in the icing, you should be able to fix it with a tap on the table or a pointed tool. I then allow the pink icing to crust, maybe half an hour, before I begin piping the purple icing. This one needed a bit more guiding because of all the sharp corners. Isn't that lovely? Now I would like to show you how to make thick royal icing that you can use to pipe decorations. It begins the same way: frothy egg whites, cream of tartar, and powdered sugar. Some people prefer meringue powder to fresh egg whites. Use whatever you prefer. Basically, keep adding powdered sugar until it gets as thick as you want it to be. If you ever accidentally add too much powdered sugar, add a drop of water at a time. Believe it or not, sometimes a single drop is enough. If you're having any trouble with your royal icing, check out Haniela's amazing video on it. Haniela is a cookie artist and an absolute master of royal icing. If you have any questions at all on it, check out her video. She undoubtedly has the answer somewhere. If you like what you see, hit that like button. And while you're down there, hit subscribe for more baking tutorials. At this point, we are almost there. But your icing shouldn't drip off of the whisk. There we go. That's perfect. You can even make it slightly stiffer than this as well. I add purple food coloring to it. I put the icing into a piping bag with a 1M large open star tip. Then I just pipe a bunch of different shapes: rosettes, drop flowers, etc. The icing will have this lovely shine as long as it's wet. When it dries, it loses its shine. These hold their shape really well, but are quite breakable, so be careful removing them from the parchment or wax paper. You can use these to decorate the side of a cake or just make them a head. Decorations should dry at least overnight. Several days is better. And these taste basically just exactly like powdered sugar. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. Good luck making royal icing for your project, whether cookies or cake or something else entirely. See you again next time. For more cakes and tutorials, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything new.